Welcome back to my channel. My name is Florence. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back. I really appreciate you. And if you're new here, if it's your first time of seeing my face, you're very much welcome. On this channel, I make videos on love life, motherhood, faith, African food, and all the good stuff. So if you're new here, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, then kindly subscribe and turn your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you can be notified immediately. You're very much welcome once again. Now today, I want to look at bob braid. Like you can see on my head, that's what I have on. I would have loosened this hair for a while now, but because I felt that I should do this video before I loosen it, so it's been on for like weeks now. If not, I would have loosened it for like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I would have loosened it, but I was like, I want to do this video before I loosen this hair and all that. Now you and I know that as a lady, you know, the hair of a lady, you know, impacts what? Beauty on the countenance, on the look of a lady, right? You and I also know that even if you don't change your wardrobe for the next 6 months, you're always changing your hairstyle, doing different styles and things like that. There is a way you always look so beautiful, shiny, you know, radiant, you know, elegant and things like that. So, and of course, we know that there are different kinds of styles, you know, because as a lady, you shouldn't, you know, stick to a particular style that people already know the kind of style you do every time or something. Do you understand? You know, of course, sometimes you just go on short, you know, sometimes long, sometimes gel, you know, sometimes weave on, sometimes braids and things like that. For example, this bob braid, this is the first time I've been doing bob braid. Do you understand? So, yeah, it's good for you to have, you know, different styles that you know, do and things like that, you know, to just change your look and everything. Now, there are some unique things about bob braid that I want to share with you that you probably don't know about, and probably you're also planning to make bob braid. So it's very important for you to know this thing so that you can be able to have the kind of result, you know, your desired result as far as the bob braid is concerned. Now, the first thing I want to share with you about bob braid is that you don't stretch the attachment. You know that this attachment, some people call it extension, so it depends on you. Now, this attachment that you use to make the bob braid, you don't, you know, stretch it. You know the way they do it whenever you want to make maybe feathers and things like that, you know, those kind of hairstyle. You don't, you know, pick it the way they do it, you know, they stretch it and things like that. You don't do it, no. You just cut it into the length that you want, of course, the bob braid length. You just cut it and then use it to braid the hair like that. You don't stretch it. That's number one. Number two is that you don't dip the hair inside hot water. You know that after you have finished making long braids, you put hot water and you try and boil some water, and then you put the tip of the hair inside hot water, right? So that maybe in order to smoothen the tip, you know, to smoothen the body of the braids as well, to smoothen everything and things like that. Now, as far as this one is concerned, you don't dip it inside hot water. If not, it won't be turgid. It has to be turgid. It has to be thick. Do you understand? For it to form what you want. So you don't dip it inside hot water. Like this one now, we didn't dip inside hot water after making. Do you understand? So you don't dip the tip inside hot water because so that it's too soft. It has to be turgid so that it can form, so that it can, you know, go around your chin for it to form that bob shape. The third thing I want to share with you about bob braid is that you will need candle and matches. Now, you're going to need candle, you know, to smoothen the tip. Now, after it has been made, if you're not going to use rubber band to hold the tip so that it won't be loosening up and everything, you need candle. Do you understand? You have to light up the candle and everything and use it to melt the tip. And then, you know, the hairdresser or the stylist will use her hand to do it like this to, you know, close it up and things like that. And of course, they will use candle as well to smoothen the body of the hair as well, in order to smoothen all the other hair that are just flying around and things like that. So you are going to be needing candle and matches. That's what I use. That's what was used for me when it was being made. So you need candle, you know, to smoothen things up and all that. Number 4, you are going to weave the back of your hair if your hair is long. I know that there are other hacks that people use if their hair is long and all that, because bob braid is basically for people that have short hair. If you have a long hair, you know, of course, you won't want to cut your hair and things like that. But what I did was that the back of my hair was woven, it was weaved. Do you understand? They weaved it up to an extent. Do you understand? So it was only this place that were braided. Do you understand? So that we won't have to cut my hair because I have quite a long hair. So the back was weaved, you know. So it is just this place that was braided. Do you understand? So that, you know, we still have what we want to have without having to cut my hair. Number 5 ensure that the front hair is done very full. Tell your stylist. The stylist should be able to ensure that the front hair is done very full. Now, what I mean by this is that you have weaved the back of the hair, right? So the remaining hair is not as much as your normal quantity of hair, right? So now there's the way you cut it. You have to cut your hair, small. Take little portion per time whenever they want to braid it, and then take quite a bulky quantity of the attachment. Do you understand? So that this space can still be full, so that after it has been done, it won't show that a bulky portion of your hair has been weaved. Do you understand? So the hair should be taken little by little, a little portion per time. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? With a bulky quantity of the attachment, so that's what they use to now braid it. So that at the end of the day, it will still be full. If I didn't tell you that the back has been weaved or something like that, you won't know, because it's still full. Number 6 is that expect the tip of the braids, to be scratching yours or pinching you in the first few days, probably in the first 5 or 6 days after it has been done. That was what I experienced. Because it has been burnt and it was so sharp. So it was always, pinching me and, scratching my skin and things like that. It was a bit painful, for some days. But now, it's no more as sharp. The tip is no more as sharp. It has smoothened up and all that. So no more pinching or, scratching my skin and things like that. So if you experience that, it's not unusual. That was what I experienced. So expect it to be pinching you or scratching you. Number 7. Expect it to shrink in length as well, maybe on the 3rd day or on the 4th day. That's what I observed. I observed that on the 3rd day, yes, that was the 3rd day after it was done, I discovered that the length of the hair looked shorter than normal. Do you understand? Unlike when it was just done. So probably because it wasn't extended like the other one that they use for feathers and things like that. Something started shrinking, sort of. Of course, the length of your hair is still intact, so don't worry. But just expect it to shrink. That's what I observed. So expect it to shrink. Maybe on the 3rd day or on the 4th day, start seeing that okay, the length has reduced. Unlike what you will experience with maybe feathers or long braids. But I've never experienced that before until I did this. The 8th thing that I would like to share with you about bob braid is that always have rubber band handy. Do you understand? This rubber band that you use to hold your hair and things like that. Because being that it is bob, sometimes it may be disturbing your face depending on what you're doing. Probably you want to bend down to see me now. Maybe you want to bend down to do things and all that. The hair will just be, can you see? It will just be hitting your face and all that. So always have rubber band handy. Maybe you're at home, you're busy with one thing or the other and it's disturbing you. You can just use it to pack it like this. Do you understand? And pack this one like, because maybe that is not long, you can't probably just throw it at your back or maybe pack it on at your back or something like that. So for effectiveness, just hold it maybe into 2 bunches like this, so that maybe you want to do something inside the house and everything. Do you understand? So always have rubber band handy. It helps. But when you are trying to pack it, don't forget that the back of your hair has been weaved, and of course you don't want everybody to be unless you don't mind. Of course you don't want everybody to be seeing what you have put at the back or something like that. So try and leave some hair to cover that place. Do you understand? So that it's just the side that you want it from, because of course it's the side that is affecting, that is hitting your face or making you to feel warm and all that on the face. And especially if you live in a hot weather region or something, you might start feeling some heat and all that on your face. Maybe that is all over your face and things like that. So try and leave some hair at the back just to cover where that back part has been weaved, so that it's just the 2 sides that you are packing together like this. Number 9, position your head correctly. Now this is a very, very important tip that you really need to know as far as bob braid is concerned. Now when it is time for it to be cut, don't try and tilt your head away from the stylist or towards the stylist or something. Try and straighten up your head. Hold your head up straight, just like your normal self, because the hairstylist will be measuring your hair with your chin. Do you understand? In order to get the accurate length when they are trying to cut it and trim it and all that. So hold your head up straight. Do you understand? Because if you tilt it like this, they won't get the right length. If you tilt it like this, they won't get the right length. Do you understand? So position your head straight so that they can have your desired length. And then just like I said earlier, that it shrinks, so let them put maybe a little length, make sure it's a bit longer than your real. Don't tilt your head in different directions and things like that. Hold your head straight so that you'll be able to get your desired length for you. So these are the 9 tips that I want to share with you as far as bob braid is concerned, and I hope you have learned from this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, if you find it helpful, please like it and share it with your friends as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until I see you again in another video, have a great day, a great week, and a great life. Bye.